outside rim to outside rim, 2 meters. That's insane. If this is the first time you've laid eyes on this thing, you'd be forgiven for thinking it's just your classic Alpine GTA Turbo, France's answer to the Porsche 911. But look a little closer and one gets the feeling that something doesn't quite add up. Are those 11-inch wide BBS rims? Why has it got such an enormous rear end? Wait a minute, did Alpine even make a convertible GTA? No, they didn't. So what is this busty French exotic? Well, it's a Renault Alpine GTA Turbo Cabriolet by Panenrich, built not by the factory, but by a German Renault dealer who decided Alpine had missed a trick. In the 1980s, Autohaus Panenrich, a Renault dealership in Germany run by Wolfgang Pahnhenrich, gained a reputation for tuning and converting Renault Alpine cars. Similar to the works of Gembala and Koenig, these conversions were incredibly bespoke, low volume, and very expensive. Wolfgang and his team's first experiment was a one-off Alpine A310 in the early 1980s. Encouraged by that project, Panenrich set his sights on the new GTA Turbo. He built a prototype convertible, hoping Alpine would take the hint and make it official, but Alpine said non merci and focused resources elsewhere. Undeterred, Panenrich forged ahead and offered bespoke GTA Turbo Cabriolet conversions to customers through his dealership. Now, Autohaus Panenrich was and still is an authorised Renault dealer, making this the closest thing to a factory-approved conversion. Every modified car was fully road legal and met Germany's strict TÜV standards, meaning the engineering had to be solid and safe despite the drastic modifications. So what were these modifications? The big one was obviously the roof. Thanks to the GTA's rigid chassis, cutting off the roof was actually doable without turning it into jelly. Reinforce the bulkhead, add a sturdy roll hoop behind the seats, and you've got yourself a legitimate convertible Alpine. But Panenrich didn't stop there. Some of the cars like this one received a dramatic wide body kit, huge flared arches, reworked bumpers, and a stance that made the standard GTA look tame. And to fill those arches, massive 3-piece BBS wheels with the rears an outrageous 11 inches wide and requiring the same tyres as a Lamborghini Countach. That's a 5.5-inch dish on the rear. This example is particularly special because it also has a matching Koenig leather interior and is quite possibly the only example to benefit from this upgrade. Power was nudged up from 200 to 220 horsepower, enough to keep pace with the coupe despite the extra weight and wind resistance. And of course, the 2.5-litre turbo V6 soundtrack became even more addictive with the roof down. It's fair to say though that most of the modifications were cosmetic and they were carried out during the excess of the late 1980s when greed was good and everyone wanted to be like Don Johnson. So how many were built? Not many. Roughly 10 to 12 cars in total, with only 5 or 6 of them getting the extreme wide-body treatment. Each conversion cost around 36,500 Deutsche Marks, about 18,000 euros, on top of the base price of the car. So we're talking about 50,000 euros all in, which at the time was rivaling Porsche 911 money. Interestingly, Alpine themselves were intrigued enough to build a one-off A610 Cabriolet prototype in the early 90s, something they might not have tried without Panenrich proving the concept. But ultimately, in the decades that followed, these conversions almost disappeared from the radar. This year though, Alpine celebrated its 70th anniversary and they continue to enjoy the success of their revived A110, sparking a renewed interest in the brand. Combine that with a general shift in popularity towards 80s and 90s cars and stuff like this starts getting a lot of attention. It's a real-life unicorn, and if you ever get the chance to see one in person, soak it up, because you might not see one ever again. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment down below. This car is currently for sale with Autostorico and available to view on Custodian, so make sure to check it out. And make sure to check out Custodian for all your car-related needs, whether that's insurance, you're looking to buy a new car, or you're just looking to manage the ownership of your current cars. I'll leave all the links down below in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.